have never returned home to him because of my daughter. There was an interruption. My daughter and I couldn't do it. We couldn't get together like we wanted to, because of our grieving. But when it comes down to them, by Kim and Jamel and Zaire and then Nani, the grieving that they went through. And like I said, I got mixed emotions. Yeah, I'm talking to a psychologist about this also. That's one of the things. Yeah, because, I get tangled up. Oh, yeah, let me tell you how I feel today. Well, I have joy, but hey, man, let me tell you, I got some anger. I feel pretty angry today. And I have some righteous indignation. I have a right to be feeling angry or feeling this kind of way, indignant. So, those are some of the feelings. But it doesn't stop me from using the energy that God give me to move forward and the things that He would have me to do. Listen, ain't nobody stopping this train. Only Jesus would do that. I don't think He would do that. I don't think Jesus would do that, But I want to talk about some of those Me Too who contribute to the same situation. Now they act like it never happened. Well, I thank God for my memory and for some of this pain and the hurt and some of the things that I had to go through and I had to deal with, especially with my in-laws, these modern day in-laws, these present day in-laws, and how they did so many things to just make a mess inside of Tamika and I marriage and our marriage. And I'll break those things down to you. Before we go to this quick break, there was some that threatened me, about 4 or 5 of them wanted to beat me up. I ain't do nothing to nobody. Then her daughter wanted to come and snatch out the new home we just had purchased. Then, a couple of them wink, wink, ain't no wink, wink, ain't no wink, wink. No, a couple of them hit on me, a female and a male. Yeah, one of them like this and the other one, a female. They hit on me. So all these different things over the last 10 years of what I had to go through, don't get me wrong. There's some very sweet people in this family, but some of the older ones seem like they were like a graveyard of schizophrenics, because that's what it seemed like. They were dead and taking me through it. Now, I tell you about one of them, Shirley, all sweet, still. I never had no situation like that, but a lot of the rest of them, they just gave me headache after headache. And I'll tell you, Tamika was going through some things, and they knew how to push her buttons, and they told her some things that were not right. Over and over, women would tell her about how men treated them bad, putting them in the basement, probably chaining them up and roping them and all kinds of things. Yeah, women went through that stuff. But why put that on a child, a God who was healing, doing her best to heal? She didn't need that garbage on her mind. But all you, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. My mama didn't raise me like that. And my sister, who was probably older than most of the people who were me tooing on Tamika, my sister was older than most of them. And she taught me well. And I'm not going to say this kind of stuff no more, and y'all grieving. But the blame game. Now, I did my best to communicate with my little baby, Nani, and somehow she reverted back to blaming all kinds of blame things. I'm already having a hard time doing my best to trust her because I do not know her. She's my blood, but I don't know her. Don't know how she tick. Don't know what she's going through. But then to just shift gears that fast, I was on my way to Pennsylvania and went into the blame game. But listen, I want to talk about the blame game. That's what I want to talk about. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back.